Mr. Chair and members, thank you very much. I'm here to present AB 2249, and I want to say thank you to Diane Colburn, her assistance on this bill. There's amendments, which I intend to add, and I'm going to Betty Yearwood's funeral, so you would know Betty. So I'll be an assembly representative for her family, Diane. Colleagues, I thank you for that motion. This is an outstanding bill. This is a heritage protection bill. This bill arises from the circumstance that on the bare fact of having entered into a concessions agreement, on that single fact, we had the occurrence in our premier national park here in California, Yosemite, a business entity that started trademarking Yosemite National Park, Ahwahnee Hotel, Wawona Hotel, Curry Village, Badger Ski Area, and on the sole fact that they had a concessions contract, got trademarks which have now forced the name change of these iconic California locales. This bill is a Heritage Protection Act. It says for purposes of our own state parks, no one on that simple fact of a concessions agreement can trademark. And actually that if you are in the concessions business and you are trademarking names and using that, the fact that you are a concessionaire as your basis of claim, that's an incompatible activity for being a concessionaire. It puts at risk our heritage. So this is an outstanding bill. I'm proud to say supported by the Sierra Club, California State Parks Foundation, who I believe is here to speak on the matter, sir.
All right, great. Thank you very much, Mr. Cooley. So I had a motion to approve by Mr. Mathis. I think there was a second by Ms. Lopez. Yes. And so you've got your opening. And is there anyone else in support of this bill?
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Margot Parks on behalf of the California State Parks Foundation. I'm here in support of the bill. Obviously what happened in Yosemite is something that is upsetting to a lot of people who visit the park, not only here in California, but other visitors. As we understand it, DPR currently has a process in which their contracts currently prohibit the trademarking of concessions, but we think that codifying that requirement is good practice. It makes sense, would like to avoid these incidences in the future, so I encourage your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Parks. Any other testimony in support?
Kyle Jones with Sierra Club California in support.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Any opposition? Seeing none, Mr. Bigelow, did you have a question?
Thank you. Really no question, just a comment complimenting the author on his actions that's proactive and encouraging I vote from all the other members here.
Thank you, Mr. Bigelow.
Any other comments? I echo Mr. Bigelow's thoughts. Great bill, great work with the committee on the amendments to help pursue the result that I think we're all looking for. So thank you for championing this issue.
Very good, Mr. Chair.
All right, seeing no other comments, we'll take the roll.
The motion is do pass as amended to the Judiciary Committee. Levine?
Aye.
Levine, aye. Gallagher? Bigelow?
Aye.
Bigelow, aye. DeBobney?
Aye.
DeBobney, aye. Dodd? Christina Garcia? Gomez? Gordon? Harper?
Aye.
Harper, aye. Lopez?
Aye.
Lopez, aye. Mathis?
Aye.
Mathis, aye. Medina?
Aye.
Medina, aye. Olson?
Aye.
Olson, aye. Salas? Williams?
Aye.
Williams, aye. 9.
Mr. Cooley, your bill is out 9-zip. Congratulations. Thank you very much. And thank you for representing us at the funeral.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Next, we'll call up an old friend, Mr. Dolly. And in this transition, I want to recognize a very special day today being had by Mr. Medina. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members. I'm here to present AB 1845. Today I'm presenting, it's a bill to allow Shasta County to obtain the necessary permits in order to do critical repairs to Spring Creek Bridge in Shasta County, which is located in my district. Shasta County has worked since 2009 to try to replace this bridge. In 2010, an environmental study was performed, and the presence of the rough sculpin was discovered, which is fully protected. This is not a beer.
Motion by Mr. Bigelow and a second by a number of members, but I was looking in this direction, so Mr. Dababna gets it. My ears go with my eyes.
The Department of Fish and Wildlife is unable to issue a permit, which is needed. That's why this legislation is needed. I have with me Pat Mintoon from Shasta County Public Works and Don Burke, environmental planner, here to testify on behalf of the bill.
Great, thank you, Mr. Dolly.
Keep it short.
Witnesses?
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Chair and members of the board. This bridge serves an area northwest of the community of Fall River Mills, goes up into Forest Service lands, ties into a Forest Service road, follows a pipeline route that goes up into Siskiyou County and into Oregon, I believe. The current bridge is a timber bridge, 8 spans, severely deteriorated. Caltrans says it's the worst bridge in Shasta County. It's load limited to 3 tons. There are residents that rely upon this bridge. There are alternate routes, but they're a 10-mile-long detour. They're not plowed in the winter, and so this bridge serves a critical function. The proposed bridge would completely clear span the water course and have minimal impacts, but we cannot say definitively that it would have no impacts, and so we're before you today.
Great. Any other witnesses in support?
Karen Lang on behalf of the Shasta County Board of Supervisors in strong support today. Thank you.
Any other witnesses in support? Anyone in opposition?
Kyle Jones with Sierra Club, California. We actually don't have a position on the bill yet. We're working with the author to get to a place where we can be happy with the bill, and we'd just like to thank the author and the sponsor for working with us.
All right, thank you, Mr. Jones. Any questions or anyone else in opposition? Any questions or comments from the committee?
Happy birthday.
Seeing none, if we could approve a bridge for everyone, we'd do it. So we'll just start with you.
Perfect.
I'm recommending an aye vote. So, would you like to close?
Respectfully ask for my vote. Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah, call the roll, please.
The motion is to pass to Appropriations Committee. Levine?
Aye.
Levine, aye. Gallagher? Bigelow? Bigelow, aye. Dababne?
Aye.
Dababne, aye. Dodd? Christina Garcia? Gomez? Gordon? Harper?
Aye.
Harper, aye. Lopez?
Aye.
Lopez, aye. Mathis?
Aye.
Mathis, aye. Medina? Medina, aye. Olson? Olson, aye. Solis? Williams?
Aye.
Williams, aye.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm going to go from here.
9-0.
Great. That bill's out 9-0. Congratulations. I also want to welcome Mr. Gordon, who's filling in for Ms. Eggman today. And then we don't have any other authors in the room, so I'm going to go now, and I'll ask my former vice chair, Mr. Bigelow, to chair the meeting.
Mr. Levine.
So, Mr. Vice Chair, I will begin, or fill-in Vice Chair. Mr. Bigelow. Yeah, I would like to begin with AB 1842, civil penalties for water pollution.
Move the bill.
Thank you. I'm pleased to present AB 1842, which closes a loophole in the enforcement of water pollution laws. This bill applies a surcharge penalty to civil violations of our water pollution laws that encourages polluters to clean up. This surcharge applies only when a court has determined civil liability for the pollution. Existing law already has a similar penalty for administrative and criminal actions. Currently, prosecutors can seek penalties for those who illegally pollute California's waterways through administrative, civil, and criminal proceedings. However, penalties in civil proceedings are more limited than those available in administrative and criminal proceedings. This bill simply authorizes surcharge penalties in civil proceedings similar to those in administrative and criminal proceedings. In doing this, AB 1842 provides prosecutors with greater flexibility to utilize appropriate penalties as an enforcement tool. Moreover, the penalty provisions create an incentive for a polluter to remedy the problem. To help ensure that the polluter did as much cleanup as possible, the penalty is reduced based on how much of the illegally discharged materials are recovered and responsibly disposed of. Lastly, the intent of this bill is to have civil penalties assessed only when individuals are actually convicted, and that when assessing those penalties, the court take into consideration all relevant circumstances, including, but not limited to, the nature, intent, and gravity of the violation.
Do you have any witnesses in support?
I do have Sean Hoffman with the California District Attorneys Association if he's present, but he may not be in the room at this time. No,
He might be coming up right now.
Thank you.
Very briefly, Doug Obigi from the Natural Resources Defense Council, one of the other supporters of the bill. We believe this is a common sense measure. It closes a loophole that gives prosecutors greater flexibility to enforce water pollution laws, really is intended to ensure that we have a proper incentive to clean up pollution and prevent pollution of our coasts and rivers, and we urge your aye vote.
Thanks, Doug.
Thank you very much. Are there other folks that wish to express their support?
Kyle Jones with Sierra Club California in support.
Anyone else? Any opposition?
Not opposition. I'm a tweener at this point.
Okay.
Danny Merkley with the California Farm Bureau Federation. We have met with the author and the sponsor to voice some of our concerns. We continue to work with them, and we'll continue to work with them on the concerns that we have. Thank you.
Thank you. I know this is one of your witnesses. We'll just kind of jump back because I know you were waiting for him.
Yeah, thank you.
The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Sorry for the for
This
being
is a
late.
witness in support.
Yes, Sean Hoffman with the California District Attorneys Association, the sponsor of the bill. I would thank the staff for their work on this. This simply takes an existing penalty that exists in administrative and criminal proceedings, makes it available in civil actions, which allows us to better negotiate dispositions that appropriately and accurately reflect the extent of the pollution and the amount of the cleanup work left to do. Oftentimes, when we're looking at one of these instances, there's no nefarious or criminal intent, just negligence. Doesn't necessarily warrant criminal charges being filed, but we need to have the flexibility to impose appropriate sanctions. We appreciate the work of the committee and the author on this. Ask for an aye vote.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone else in opposition? Seeing none. You had the one tweener that expressed a question on some amendment, and I believe you're looking at entertaining that.
Yeah, positively. Yeah, thank you. So a lot of concern that have been raised just recently, and so I want to acknowledge those concerns. And moving forward, I will be working with stakeholders to ensure that entities are not subject to double liability. Never the intent of this bill. I'll be continuing to work on the amendments and provide coordination between the Attorney General, the Department, and the applicable regional or state water board, so that a person who discharges illegally is assessed only once, and that we're going to make sure that this actually works better for people, so we can resolve the issues.
Thank you. Are there any questions of the author from members? Seeing none, I commend you. I know that this has been a bill that you've worked tirelessly on, so we'll proceed to vote.
Thanks.
The motion is due pass to Appropriations Committee. Levine?
Aye.
Levine, aye. Gallagher? Bigelow?
Aye.
Bigelow, aye. DeBobne?
Aye.
DeBobne, aye. Dodd? Christina Garcia? Gomez?
Aye.
Gomez, aye. Gordon?
Aye.
Gordon, aye. Harper? Lopez? Aye. Lopez, aye. Mathis? Medina?
Aye.
Medina, aye. Olson?
Aye.
Olson, aye. Solis? Williams?
Aye.
Williams, aye.
Thank you.
Mathis.
What did he do?
Aye.
Okay.
Mathis, aye.
Thank you.
6, 9, 10.
You have 10-0 right now, so your bill is out.
Thank you, sir.
You have a second bill?
I
you'd like
do.
to present on?
Yes,
AB
thank you.
255?
That's right. So I'm pleased to present AB 2555. This is one of the Water Parks and Wildlife Committee bills for this year. Specifically, AB 2555 will extend the sunset clause on several provisions of the Fish and Game Code.
Comments?
I'd like to ask for an aye vote.
Thank you very much. Is there any opposition to this bill? Any support out there extra? Seeing one person rise, seeing two people rise. Hopefully they're going to the back of the room. They are. Any questions from members? Yeah. Seeing none, proceed to vote.
The motion is to pass to Appropriations Committee. Levine? Aye. Levine, aye. Gallagher? Aye. Gallagher, aye. Bigelow?
Aye.
Bigelow, aye. DeBobne?
Aye.
DeBobne, aye. Dodd? Christina Garcia? Gomez?
Aye.
Gomez, aye. Gordon?
Aye.
Gordon, aye. Harper? Lopez? Aye. Lopez, aye. Mathis?
No.
Mathis, no. Medina?
Can't get them all.
Medina, aye. Olson? Aye. Olson, aye. Solis? Williams?
Aye.
Williams, aye. 10 to 1.
The bill is out 10-1. Thank you, committee. Next, we'll call up Mr. Jones. Please join us.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. I'm here to present AB 1989, which creates a grant program paid for with cap-and-trade revenue to fund projects designed to both conserve water and at the same time reduce greenhouse gas emissions. That way we can double the bang for our cap-and-trade dollars. And Mr. Chair, first I'd like to adopt as author amendments the suggestion from the committee that the $200 million appropriation provision be removed from the bill, and we'll leave the dollar amount for the Budget Committee to handle at future conversations. Here's a short list of the types of projects that I envision would be eligible for the grants from this new program. Precision irrigation systems that use moisture monitors to determine when more water needs to be applied, water recycling, storm water capture and reuse, seawater or brackish water desalination, as long as they have net greenhouse gas emission savings, water conservation or efficiency measures including efficient toilets, dishwashers, and clothes washers, methane digesters or other clean energy devices installed at a wastewater treatment plant. AB 1989 is very similar to SB 471, which was authored by Senator Pavley in 2015, which passed the Senate last year on a vote of 37-2 and passed the Assembly Natural Resources 9-0, only to be held in Assembly Appropriations Committee on its suspense file. With significant bipartisan support, the issue of using cap-and-trade revenue to fund water conservation projects that can currently reduce greenhouse gas emissions warrants a second look, and I urge your aye vote today. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. I saw a motion from Mr. Gordon and a second from Mr. Bigelow. Is there any other testimony in support of the bill? Any testimony in opposition to the bill? Any questions or comments from members? Seeing none, Mr. Jones, thank you very much for your bill. I really enjoyed reading it and learning about it, and it's a good bill. So would you like to close?
I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Great.
Thank you.
Please call the roll.
The motion is to pass as amended to Appropriations Committee. Levine?
Aye.
Levine, aye. Gallagher?
Aye.
Gallagher, aye. Bigelow? Bigelow, aye. DeBobne?
Aye.
DeBobne, aye. Dodd? Christina Garcia? Gomez? Gordon?
Aye.
Gordon, aye. Harper?
Aye.
Harper, aye. Lopez? Aye. Lopez, aye. Mathis?
Aye.
Mathis, aye. Medina?
Aye.
Medina, aye. Olson?
Aye.
Olson, aye. Solis? Williams?
Aye.
Williams, aye. 11-0.
I'm sorry, Mr.
That sounds nearly unanimous.
11-zip. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Gray, please come on up. please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members. AB 2373 appropriates $45,000 to the Merced Irrigation District to provide water and irrigation assistance to small communal farms in Merced County. The Central Valley is home to the largest Hmong population in the United States, many of whom fled to the U.S. to avoid political persecution in Laos after fighting alongside American troops during the Vietnam War. The U.S. Census found that the Hmong Americans are one of the poorest ethnic groups in the U.S., facing significant educational and advancement barriers. California's Hmong population is particularly vulnerable, with 31% of Hmong families living in poverty. In Merced County, dozens of Hmong refugee families have come together with modest means to share the costs of and labor of farming for small family farms. Their communal reliance allows these families to grow food for their own consumption and for sale at roadside stands and neighborhood farmers markets. These farms provide a modest source of income for these families and a sense of self-sufficiency and stability for their children. Unfortunately, Merced's Hmong families lack sufficient capital and credit to invest in their farms. Water pumps have been mended with whatever materials were at hand, which has hampered the efficiency of their irrigation. Their pumps use significant amounts of energy and fuel, costing these families thousands of dollars each year. AB 2373 appropriates $45,000 to the Merced Irrigation District to engage with these small communal farms and provide some much-needed assistance. With this modest sum of money, MID will be able to provide materials and the technical expertise to significantly reduce the amount of energy, fuel, and water needed by these families to grow their produce. This will provide more families an opportunity to participate in these unique communal farms and significantly reduce costs as these refugee families attempt to make a better life for themselves. Too often, the assistance programs we implement in Sacramento overlook the most in need. These families lack the education, resources, and trust in government to jump through the bureaucratic hoops necessary to receive existing grant funding, but their inability to compete with others for funding should not serve as a reason to allow this group to continue to fall through the cracks. AB 2373 is a district bill, has no opposition. And I would just add, members, this bill, the genesis of this bill was a trip we took through my district with Dan Moraine from the Sacramento Bee in an attempt to educate the Sacramento Bee on some of the needs and challenges unique to the Central Valley. And when we came across a few of these communal farms, some real basic lack of expertise and issues. We're wasting water, we're wasting energy. MID made the generous offer of technical expertise if we could find some pot of money with which we could upgrade the pumps and do some other small upgrades on these farms. And so that's why we have this bill before you, and I would respectfully ask for your aye vote. I have Mr. Monaghan with me on behalf of Merced Irrigation District to testify in support.
I'll move the bill.
Second. Motion by Mr. Medina and a second by Ms. Olson.
Mike Monaghan on behalf of Merced Irrigation District. As Mr. Gray stated, this is a modest bill that provides a large benefit for this disadvantaged community. We ask for your support.
Any other witnesses in support? Any witnesses in opposition? Any questions or comments from the committee? Mr. Gallagher.
I understand what you're trying to do here, and I actually, in my own district, I got a lot of complaints from farmers who wanted to apply for SWEEP and ended up not getting funding. And one of the big hurdles is that it is a pretty complex application, and it requires people to have consultants who help put that together. A lot of small farming operations just don't have those kind of resources. I actually have a significant Hmong population in my district as well. My one concern here is this seems to be really targeted to one area. I mean, I'd like to work on something that maybe would be available to a lot of other, disadvantaged communities who don't have the same resources that maybe some of the large farming operations have. So that's one of my concerns, is just kind of targeting one area when there are actually a lot of different groups, I think, throughout the state who could benefit from maybe having a pot of money that they could all apply for. So I don't know if that's something that you thought about or considered. Certainly, I know it's very prevalent in your district, but I just want to see if that might be a possibility to work on going forward.
I certainly don't disagree, and would be happy to work with the committee, with the chairman, on something of a larger scale. In this specific circumstance, like I said, this particular irrigation district said, hey, if you could get even a small pot of money for us, we can send our folks out, we can fix these issues in Merced County, and we can save a great deal of water and energy and really help these folks who live in extreme poverty, frankly. And so that's why we brought the bill in the fashion that it's here before us. But the extent to which we could design a larger program that doesn't get caught up in the same bureaucratic nonsense that results in the Central Valley miraculously never getting any money while the rest of the state pockets it all, then I'd love to do that. But unfortunately, that's a very difficult thing to do. But we've got some time, and I will work directly with you, Mr. Gallagher, and others, and the chairman, to accomplish that goal if we can.
Thank you. That's a great question, great answer. Mr. Monaghan, from the district's perspective, and you may not have insight into this, but how do you measure whether or not this is successful to accomplish the goals set forth?
Excellent question. Since this is sort of a new way to address the problems that this community has, as I said, this is sort of a modest effort to try to help. If it looks like this amount of money can achieve the results we're looking for, then I think what Mr. Gallagher is talking about, maybe expand the bill to include other disadvantaged communities who don't have the wherewithal to go through all the hoops that were required under the water bond.
Might I offer a suggestion, Mr. Chairman? Perhaps we could include, as we move forward here, some type of reporting requirement back to the legislature with the results so that we can see how effective, what kind of water and energy was saved, because I'm sure that would not be that difficult for the irrigation district to supply and might provide the basis of looking at a larger program in the future.
Okay, so you're proposing that as an amendment today?
Well, I don't have an amendment with me today, but certainly willing to work with your staff to draft such amendment.
Okay, all right, we'll work with you on that. It isn't a very large amount of money, and obviously the problem is statewide, but even for your community, maybe $150,000 is a better amount of money to help solve your problem.
Well, okay.
Yeah. Would you be interested in amending it for that as well?
Certainly willing to discuss that, with the committee. More money is always a good thing.
Okay.
Do I hear 200?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to see,
right.
What's the right amount of money for this. So, all right. Any other comments or questions?
I appreciate seeing the bill come forward. Myself and even the comments by Assemblyman Gallagher, it's representing any area in the valley. I represent Tulare County. We have a much higher Latino population that's in the same boat with several water districts that are in need. And I'd really like to see something larger come to play that we can really help all the disadvantaged communities within the San Joaquin Valley.
Mr. Chairman, after consulting with my staff person, I think, although we appreciate the generous offer of $150,000, with the tight dollars that we have here in the state of California, we've identified 45 as an amount that's effective, an amount that's appropriate for the population we're dealing with. And if we're going to spend additional dollars, I'd rather reserve those for a larger effort down the road and keep this bill at 45.
No, I think that's a great idea, but I think your other idea about report is probably really a good one to learn from, so we can benefit other communities. So thank you. Were there any other comments? Okay, seeing none, would you like to close?
I would respectfully ask for your aye vote.
All right. Yeah, so the motion is do pass as amended to have the reporting requirements. Great. Yeah. All right, thank you. Please call the roll.
The motion is to pass as amended to Appropriations Committee. Levine?
Aye.
Levine, aye. Gallagher? Aye. Gallagher, aye. Bigelow? DeBobney? Aye. Bigelow, aye.
No. DeBobney was aye. I was not.
DeBobney, aye. Dodd? Aye. Dodd, aye. Christina Garcia? Gomez? Gordon?
Not voting.
Not voting. Harper? Lopez? Aye. Lopez, aye. Mathis?
Aye.
Mathis, aye. Medina?
Aye.
Medina, aye. Olson?
Aye.
Olson, aye. Solis? Williams?
Aye.
Williams, aye.
9-zip, congratulations, you're out.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Holden, please join us.